Okay. With the stream restarted, it looks like the problems have been solved. Fantastic. Yep, this appears to be okay now. Beautiful. So, let's proceed here, and we are going to do something. I've been distracted. We were talking about invading Gotland. That's right. Now, they're allied with... Really, Poland is willing to ally Gotland and not willing to ally us. What a bunch of jerks. I'm very upset at you right now, Poland. Unspeakably upset. Okay, so we're currently spending 0.54 on interest right now. We definitely need to cut our maintenances. We're still spending money, but we can definitely cut our expenditures on our forts as well. So we will get that all going. That'll save us enough money to be making money at this point. Fantastic. Now we have 0.06 corruption right now. I'd like to repay some of our loans, because I don't want to be spending this on interest. I'm going to completely get rid of this castle. I don't think that's useful for us. Honestly, I'm going to get rid of this one too. I'm going to keep this one and this one for the moment. But that'll be fine. England wants a royal marriage. Beautiful. Do it. We really would like to get a legal heir. That would be fantastic. Hopefully we get one. Our monarch becoming infertile instantly is a bit of a problem. Our innovativeness is decreasing. That's not shocking. How are we doing on our courts? They're almost done. Sounds good. So that is all completely fine here. And we want to grab back Crownland. Absolutely. I should have checked that. Noble rebels have spawned here and here. It's not particularly threatening, but I definitely should have checked their opinion of us before I did that. I just assumed that they would be positive. Why weren't they? Equilibrium dropped down to 40%. That'll do it. Okay, so we will give them, say... I don't want to give them monopolies or supremacy over the crown. Aristocratic counselors could work. That'll bring them up to 49. And what else do we want to give them? It's going to have to be a monopoly on livestock. I don't like it. We can try to revoke that later. And for the burghers, equilibrium is currently much lower because debt with the burghers. Okay, fair enough. But we will definitely deal with these noble rebels. They're not a problem. Cool. There we go. And there's all those cores finishing up. That's perfect. That, of course, finishes our mission here, and we will probably... 10% local autonomy isn't that bad. For a free stability. Done. Okay. So we can make this into a state, and we will definitely do so. Cool. And that, of course, means that we can full core all of this as well. Then we're going to move down over this way. So we have quite a bit of provincial unrest right now. That will get better very, very soon. We'll eliminate these noble rebels, no problem. And we'll have to siege this back, which is very rude, but that's okay. We're going to drop our army maintenance at this point down to like here. We don't want to drop it quite all the way. I'd like to still reinforce, but I want to make money. So that'll be great. Now, we're pretty inefficient at protecting trades and privateering, as in we can't do it with galleys. We can hunt pirates, but we need to get some light ships. That's definitely something we need to do. We have a lot of cash that we need to make right now. But that's all okay. We don't own any provinces that cause overextension. We can't core anything, looks like. Yeah, no provinces can be cored there. Okay, so we're going to take this back, and we'll just park in our capital, probably. The Ottomans are preparing to attack somebody. Sounds good. And we can make this into a state as well. Do so. And we can full core that. Cool. So that autonomy will drop over time. It's going to need quite a bit of time. That's for sure. Oof. We can't really afford to stop those smugglers right now. We'll get there. We will get there. A new consort, huh? -2 national unrest. Done. Christina is our new queen consort. We're still at risk of a personal union. What we really need is an heir. And hopefully that ends up happening. We'll see. So over we head here. Declining power of the nobility, sure. That's all well and good. Now we could drill our army here, but that's probably too expensive. I would like to drill it, but we just don't have the cash for that right now. We are making a decent amount of money from war reparations. In fact, that's currently the only thing keeping us afloat. But we're going to grab Diptech here. Muscovy declared war on Novgorod. That's pretty good for us. And we're going to focus admin. Cool. We need to get admin tech 4 very badly so we can get churches going here. That's going to be a big, big boon for us. Our army reformer died. That's actually good for us too. Getting that sweet, sweet treasury increase. Always nice. So, a corruption or losing a stability? We're going to take the corruption here, but I don't like it. Gotland raided our coast. I'm shocked. Completely and utterly floored that they would have the gall to do such a thing. Let's root out a little bit of corruption here. We don't have to root out all that much. Just get it heading downward. Honestly, it's heading down just from positive stability. So that's fine. Cool. Gotland being allied with Poland is definitely irritating. England and Burgundy would not currently join, and I don't think they ever will. England is very busy with their own wars, of course. They're always busy with their own wars. And Burgundy is a really long ways away. Poland is just a bunch of jerks. They would now be willing to ally us again. So I guess we'll do that. Sure. Ooh. Ducats, a free stability, or a lot of local autonomy reduction. Let's take a quick look here at our autonomy map mode. Local autonomy everywhere is pretty much 20 or higher. More land to the crown. That's incredibly important to us. On the month tick, let's see if this updates. Oh yeah, that was a big increase. I love it. That should also be making us quite a lot of money. Now, we do need to deal with Gotland. That is a thing that needs to happen. They're allied with Poland, of course. And we'll need to come deal with these rebels. Which is no big deal. We will just bump our army maintenance back up. We're actually positive with our army maintenance maxed now. So that's a really good sign. So we're going to make our way down over here. And for the moment, we're just going to park here. We need to get ourselves more morale here before we go in. Cool. One more month tick, I think. So when we get there on 1 January, that's when we'll go. Cool. No problem there, and we'll need to siege this back. Burgundy is asking us to give them 41 ducats in exchange for favors. I decline for the moment, but that is a good question. Can we do that? Not really. We don't really need favors from Burgundy, is the thing. That's not strictly speaking necessary, so that's fine. We'll siege this back. Okay. What happens when you're the subject of a succession war? Do you pick a side or are you neutral? Good question. I don't think I've ever had that happen, so we'll find out. We're going to go for base production here, and we definitely get our next mill tech. That's great. So that gives us men-at-arms, longbows, and other infantry as well. Who do we want here? I want the offensive morale, I think. That'll do. We also get our admin tech. That's great. We can also increase our income by paying off one of these loans soon. Not quite yet, it looks like. Okay. We would very much like to pay off our loans. And I'm hovering over the debase currency button. I'm not actually planning on clicking on it right now. I know I have a tendency to do that. Honestly, we are losing corruption by default. Done. No more loans. Now we have 5 corruption, but that will drop off a little bit, and we could spend money on it, but honestly, we don't have to. That'll just tick down on its own very slowly over time, but it will tick down. Cool. Okay. We won this siege, and we'll keep where we're at there. We finished up another mission here. What mission is this? Am I blind? Oh, all the way down here. That is so many missions. Okay. European politics has finished up. That gives us an additional diplomat for 25 years. Oh, okay. Great power of the North. We would need to be a great power rank better than 4. There's a lot of missions in here, for sure. We want to work our way down these for the time being. So, we already finished this one. The German coastline would be good. Okay, so we need to look at these areas here. Okay. So, like, this stuff over here. Mecklenburg as well. So, like, these. Window to the east would be Estonia, Livonia, and Caronia. All of this. Varangian's legacy would be Neva and Novgorod. Novgorod is here. And have legitimacy of at least 80, not be in debt with any of the estates, and all of the following must be true. We don't have estates. That's interesting. If you attack Gotland, isn't Poland allied to you? Also, wouldn't they join them? They're allied to us and Gotland. The way it works in Europa is if you attack, they will join in on the side of the defender. So Poland will join Gotland and will not join us because they're allied to the enemy. So they will always join the defender's side. So as long as Poland is allied with Gotland, we cannot attack Gotland unless we can take Poland, which might be a possibility in the future. But currently what we really need to do is increase our number of transports. Poland wants sailors. They're trying to make boats. Poland should not have boats. So we're not going to let them have boats. Cool. I say as we literally gave them a port. Their only port. Ottomans are going to attack Trebizond. That is not shocking. England wants us to give them 17 ducats. We decline that. Okay. I wouldn't mind attacking Wolgast. Eventually. Hypothetically. We have no CB right now. But hypothetically. Right. They're part of the HRE, and so Austria will defend them. That's a no-go for right now. Teutonic Order, Bremen, and Mecklenburg. We might be able to find a better way. The Livonian Order might be a good target for us. Especially if we can call in some of our allies. Poland would not be interested because they don't owe us enough favors. Fair enough. Could Sweden become the HRE? I'm not an HRE expert. I don't think so. It would be awkward, for sure. Actually, maybe they could. That's a possibility. But it's probably not going to happen right now. So we're at 5 favors with Poland right now, gaining 0.12 per month. Sure. I would like to increase up to our force limit, so we'll go ahead and do that. And then... Okay. The Emperor has enacted an imperial reform. Good for him. Denmark is another one that I'd love to go after soon. Our aggressive expansion with them is currently 38. I really want to go after Gotland. Spend favors to get them to return one of our core provinces. We need 30 favors with them to ask them to return Gotland. Surely they're not going to allow us to fully annex someone that way. Right? We could curry favors with them. That's not going to earn us very much. We would need 30 favors. Surely they're not going to let us do that, right? I can't believe that that would happen. The Ottomans entered their golden era. Good for them. We'll take the prestige in exchange for a stability, but I don't love it. Okay, so we're at our force limit now. Hey, we got an heir. That's fantastic. That's really, really good news. Oh, we didn't unmaintain this fort or this fort. That would help. Let's do that. Cool. We can't unmaintain our capital fort here. Okay. I do think the Livonian Order is the way to go here. I would also potentially like to think about building up some churches eventually. There's a couple of decent churches. Not that many. Yeah, Muscovy is doing Muscovy things over here in Novgorod. Good for them. Can we get to the Livonian Order easily enough, is the question. With Poland in the mix, we can definitely do this. England would not join for that. Denmark is super weak. If we didn't have a truce, we could go after Denmark. Wait, we don't have a truce. Austria called for a crusade against Ottomans. Hilarious. We don't have a truce here? I thought we still were truced. No, we are. Truce with Sweden, right there. Until September of 1466. So that'll be a little bit. A crusade against the Ottomans, huh? Hilarious. Well, I hope that they have fun with that. I'm still leaning towards the Livonian Order being the way to go. So if we're going to do this, we have Conquest CBs. Riga and the Teutonic Order would join. Teutonic Order has 7,000 troops. Livonian Order has 9,000. Riga has 5,000. Would we be able to negotiate passage through Novgorod? Probably. Yes. So, their total troop count is slightly higher than ours. But if Poland is here, then that would be great. So, what does Poland need to be willing to do this? They would not even take territorial gains. They mostly need trust. And favors, of course. They wouldn't quite do it right now. What is our favors like here? We're at 8. We're going to have 10 soon. Okay. We could exceed our force limit here. What is our combat width? 22. So we could definitely exceed our force limit. That's too high. We needed to bring this up to 18. Like that. So exceeding our force limit will be a little expensive, but I think that if we do this, we'll be able to fight them just straight up. Especially if they don't group up. Anti-clericalism. We must force them to pay. Fantastic. Disloyal estates, that's not shocking. Debt with the burghers, huh? I feel like we don't actually have a debt with the burghers, but okay. We'll set an agenda, and we'll go for the burghers proposal here. I don't know if we'll get that anytime soon. 30% trade power in the Baltic. Actually, we probably will. We're at 18% right now. Cool. If we take this over, that would be a pretty big deal. We don't want to co-belligerent these guys. Yeah, that trust is definitely rough for us. Well, for the moment, let's work on our drilling. And that'll be fine. So they're now at 0.83 army drill. It'll take time for that to work up, but when we're ready to attack, we'll attack over here. Okay. A free stability or a free base tax? Base tax, please. All your messages are being hidden. Hang on, let me take a look at that. Let me look into this. That is something that YouTube does sometimes. Let's go to live chat here. I don't see any messages hidden from you, Laughingstock. Not sure what's going on there. Yeah, I don't see any hidden messages from you. I don't know what's going on. So, we'll proceed here. If they're too long, that might be the case. There might be a character limit on it. Renaissance! Cool. We'll embrace that when we can. Okay. Austria is going with the Shadow Kingdom. The Emperor must decide. Cool. So our drill is up to about 5% here. That's expected. We're going to get level 5 technologies fairly soon as well. We're definitely going to need Renaissance before we go too much further in tech. But we're actually pretty close to getting that. Close-ish, I suppose. Close-ish. But we're going to go after the Livonian Order quite soon here. I'm going to stop drilling these guys, I think, once they get to 10%. Maybe a little higher. Because there will be some decay. Cool. So, like, 2 more months or so. Or actually, maybe we'll go till the year tick. I want to seize Crownland. With the burghers this upset, it's going to be rough. Why do we apparently have a debt with the burghers? I was under the impression we had paid all of our debts. Is that just a modifier? Hang on. Helps if we go to the correct thing. Country modifier. This modifier can only be removed by repaying the debt or by disabling the burgher's estate. We don't have any loans, so how do we repay the burgher debt? Is that a decision? Yes. 119.1 gold. Okay. So we'll have to go after that. But right now, we don't really have the finances to pull that off. So that's okay. We're going to have to bring up our army maintenance eventually. Once you and Poland are in a war together, you can attack Gotland. That's a good call, actually. I think that would work at that point, maybe. I'll look into that once we have the Livonian Order under control before we do the peace. I'll definitely look into that one. So we're going to restore our morale here as soon as our... Actually, we need to stop drilling here. There we go. We have 12 drill. That's all good. Burgundy is calling us into a war. We accept, and we don't care about this war. We're not going to help them. Not really. Because we are going to attack up over here, and Poland, we now have the favors with. The trust has come up a little bit, but would they actually be willing to join us now? We need to declare this. Yeah, 19 reasons, and it all comes down to that trust. I don't know why Poland is so distrustful of us. I wish that there was like a history for this. If you have Satisfactory, I think it has a tutorial that would let you figure out if the game is something you'd like. Yeah, I looked into that a little bit because I was thinking about maybe streaming that tomorrow, but I'm running into a few technical difficulties with it right now because my stream setup is really set up for this kind of game and not a like first-person type of game. I'll have to do some experimentation on that. So it's not something that I'm going to do this week, but perhaps I'll have time to get that figured out for next week. I'm hoping. We'll see. So Poland is super angry at us. Or not really angry. They're just super distrustful for no reason. Now we can increase it by spending favors. So we may actually want to send one of our diplomats over here to curry favors with Poland. It'll increase it a little bit. And from there we can trade favors for trust. But it's really inefficient. So, I mean, we don't really want to be in this war with France. More than -10 war score in the first 12 months of the war. Okay. Okay, sounds good. For the time being, we're not too concerned about this going on over here. All I know is that the Swedish crown and Polish crown both belong to the House of Vasa. I don't know if it's back to the 1400s, so. That would have started from the rebellion that we just played through, actually. was where that would have started. A loan offer from Aragon. We decline. We can definitely grab Admin Tech 5. That'll give us production efficiency. That's a huge deal. We can get an idea group. And I'm thinking quantity. Cool. We're probably not going to take Levy en masse just yet. Well, we are plus 80%. Maybe we actually should. National manpower modifier, fantastic. Looks like that's been nerfed a bit. That's only 25 now instead of 50. Probably for the best. Oh, this has been nerfed too. Land force limit modifier plus 25 instead of plus 50. That's probably for the best, in all honesty. Quantity ideas was insane. It's still really good, I think. But it's definitely been nerfed. There's no doubt about that. So Poland isn't interested. Oh, that's what they're upset about. They think that we broke a promise to give them land, but we gave them literally all of the land that they would take over here. And they didn't want any land up here. We literally gave them land. Oh, okay. Also, we didn't promise to give them land. We just called them in on the Declare Independence. They should be happy to get that they got what they got. Like, for real. Construction cost plus 10% is fine. Our finances are fundamentally less fine. Okay, so that's 11 plus another 5. The three of them together are stronger than us navally. We're actually better off to declare on Riga than we are to declare on the Livonian Order. Oh, but they're in a trade league. Never mind. Trade league. Lubeck is a jerk here. Okay. So our options are limited then. All because of Poland. You guys are jerks. For the record, Poland is jerks. Can you not distrust us so much, Poland? We did give you land. Well, we're up to 13 favors at this point. And I think that we're going to need to trade favors for trust. How much are we gaining per month? 0.21? Well, it is what it is. We just took a loan. But one thing that we should probably do here is also debase our currency again and use that to repay our debt to the burghers. But we need to be at peace for that. They would not currently white peace this. Very rude. Royal marriage offer from England, we do accept. Okay. France is going to win this, for the record. We're completely okay with France winning this. We are not participating in that war. We really do want Poland's trust to come up a lot. Attacking Novgorod? That is a potential option. Actually, yeah, that's a good call. I just hadn't considered it. I should have. For sure. They're not allied with anyone. Do we have claims? We do. We also have military access. We would have to revoke that. And I think... would that give us a truce? Military access. No, I don't think so. And we don't even have the truce from Norway and Denmark. Yeah, I think this is a good call. That is absolutely a good call. I had not considered it. So the war goal would be to take Neva, the primary trade port here. We can't send a diplomat until 22 August. We don't need our allies here. I really like this. This is well thought out. I should have considered this myself. Absolutely. We're going to come over and blockade, and then we're going to head in. How much can we take here? Quite a bit, actually. How many troops does Novgorod even have? 8,000? Hilarious. It's the allies over here that was making that problematic for us. But we can just head down over here. We don't have to be super efficient about this, but we can head over here with 1 unit. Cool. No, you stay there. What are you doing? Okay. Somebody pieced out of this. France wouldn't really be willing to white peace quite yet. But they'll get there. Or come attack us. One or the other. Okay, let's go hit Karelia. I'm assuming the Novgorod army is up over here. Or over here. Nope, that's Norwegian noble rebels. So that's not it for sure. There they are. Hello, Novgorodian army. We'll be with you in just a moment, if you'll please hold. Extend the monopoly? No, thank you. Okay. I want to pop in here and take a look at our nobility equilibrium. Looks good. Our burgher equilibrium, not as good. We need to repay that loan. Which, sadly, we can only do when we're at peace. I don't understand why that's the case, but sure. We're going to go in over here and take out their army. No problem. Cool. Now we're going to take a unit up over here. And these guys can stay put. We're going to take a unit here. We're going to take a unit here. Fantastic. So that'll all be absolutely fine. These guys are retreating up this way. That's a little awkward. In fact, that's a lot awkward. I assumed they would retreat over this way, but they did not. We're to group everyone else up in Kola here. These guys are going to head over. Then we're going to come up this direction. I don't love this. This is awkward, but it'll have to do. We'll chase down their army a little bit. We'll grab Diptech 4, or rather Diptech 5. Always great. Okay, we've occupied here. This should be enough to begin to siege here, I think. Yes, it will be. Cool. So over we head, and we're going to get some spoils of war from all of this, of course. No, I don't want to be in the building tab here. I want to group these together. There we go. We're going to fight them over here. Hey, France, do you want out of this war yet? No, they do not. Okay. Loan offer from Brunswick, we decline. Is that a stack wipe? That was fast, but I don't think it was fast enough. No, they're out of there. Okay. So this siege is going to be pretty lengthy, and we will just simply shift consolidate here. That did not do what I wanted it to do. Shift consolidate here, and we'll leave 1 unit behind. The rest of these are going to make their way back to this capital, chasing this force. Oh, actually, they retreated to right here. Isn't that interesting? Okay. Well, this should be a fairly free stack wipe. There we go. And we'll stay here. Actually, this unit will stay here. These guys will come on over. Cool. Fantastic. So what do we actually want from here? I mean, ideal? This. This actually kind of works. We can take this. The only people who would care would be Novgorod. Well then. We'll take their capital here. And that's going to be pretty huge. Now, Norway is still a junior partner of Denmark. They're friendly towards Denmark right now. But they're at 67.5% liberty desire. That's awkward. Okay. Well, we're going to be able to fight Denmark relatively soon, probably. Let's get this siege of Novgorod done. Yeah, it was absolutely a good call. I just hadn't considered it for whatever reason. I don't know why. So we are going to grab ourselves national manpower modifiers, okay, but I think the tax modifier is far more important right now. So we're going to grab that. Fantastic. Curtailing the noble privileges. Now, the nobles aren't going to be very happy about that. That brings them... Their equilibrium is actually still at 64%, so that's okay. We need to bring the burgher opinion up. No doubt about that. This siege will be done soon, and once that is done, we will be able to take everything we want here. The Livonian Order was building a spy network. How rude. How dare they? I'd like to support Norway's independence from Denmark, but they're not currently interested in that. In a hypothetical war with these guys, what if you vassalized them? Honestly, I don't think there's a point in vassalizing Novgorod right now. For one thing, I don't think we even can. Yeah, that would require more than 100% war score, so we can't vassalize Novgorod. Or are you talking about Norway? We might be able to vassalize them eventually, but we'd have to get them free from their current personal union. 10 prestige? Sure, we'll take that. Gotland raided. What a bunch of jerks. How are we doing with our favors on them? We're up to 4 out of the 30 that we apparently want. I don't think it's going to actually let us do this, for the record. I don't think that's going to work. But we'll give it a go. Fantastic. Our war exhaustion is high, but we're going to have this siege done very shortly. We have ticking war score, and the French war is now over. That's good. We're very happy about that. We don't want to fight France. Thank you very much. Not right now. France will be a problem for another day. Gotland is raiding our coasts. Who could have ever seen this coming? Okay, we finally won this siege, putting us at 99% war score. They would now accept this. We can even take some gold from them. Done. Just want to double check. Only Novgorod cares. Cool. So we're going to bring our troops back to, like, Stockholm for right now. We have a looming disaster because our overextension is too high, and... Wait, what is going on here? Why is this giving us a disaster? Let's see here. Legitimacy of at least 75. That's interesting. I'm not sure how realistic that is. We might have a civil war here. But our overextension is actually what's progressing this. So all we need to do is core this, and the civil war should not actually pop. If I'm reading that correctly, which I think I am. Cool. So we are negative in cash right now. We're going to drop our fleet maintenance and our army maintenance. We're going to need to repay our loans. I'm tempted to debase here, but I don't think we need to. We'll just hold off for the moment. And I'm just going to give us 1 tick of army replenishment here. Innovativeness is decreasing. Yeah, that's to be expected. How are we doing on our institutions, anyway? It's a ways away. We're working on it. Cool. We also could use regenerating some manpower. There's no doubt about that. So we can certainly... Actually, there's some manpower recovery speed right there. I like it. We're definitely going to want to embrace Renaissance before we grab our next level of techs. So we'll do that. Venice is doing the Italian Wars. Well, have fun with that, Venice. Ottomans are going to attack the Mamluks. That is very, very expected. I'm kind of surprised they haven't done more of that, in fact. Our old king died, and we have a regency now. Now, that's very interesting. Because this disaster can't happen when we have a regency. So that now means that we have the time for our heir to come of age, for all of this overextension to go away. That's exciting. Where is our... Okay, we have our regent here. Our heir is 8, so it'll be a little while. Burgundy wants soldiers for favors. We decline. Poland, how's that trust coming? It's up to 38 now. We'll trade favors for trust. Bohemia just rivaled us. Okay. Very rude. But they also can't get to us, really. So, I wish them luck. Our truce with Denmark is now over. So we can fight Denmark in a hypothetical war with Denmark, which we're definitely not going to do. In a hypothetical war with Denmark, what would our ally situation look like? England would actually be pretty close to willing to do it if they weren't in debt. In fact, they would be willing, not quite. Our diplomatic reputation isn't quite where it needs to be. Speaking of which, what is our diplomatic reputation? Apparently it's not good. But I guess that's fine. We should definitely turn off these forts. There we go. Any other forts up here that we inherited? No. Okay. Hey, Norway. Do you want independence? Norway doesn't want independence. Sad. Okay, I think we mostly just need to chill. I think that's what's going on here right now. I would absolutely love to go after the Livonian Order very, very soon. How are we doing on our force limit? Close. That's not bad. Not bad at all. The burghers are getting happier. Happier. Not happy, but happier. Okay. Let's pay off the burghers. So we need 130 for that. We can repay this. Actually, we need to repay this loan. We need to do that first. There's a bunch of cores finishing up. Beautiful. And now we can make states. We will definitely do so. And we actually have conversions that we can do. These are really long. I don't think I'm going to bother with those right now. So we'll get those full cores made. Did this out here become states? I think they're not cored yet. Yeah, they're not cored yet. So we need time for that to happen. And as these cores finish up, we will consolidate and get a lot more powerful. We're making 4.5 ducats per month, which is not too bad. Not too bad at all. I do want to go after Denmark. What is their current ally situation? Teutonic Order, Bremen, Mecklenburg. That hasn't really changed much. Okay. Riga and Teutonic Order. Yeah. So fighting the Livonian Order is absolutely the way to go. Are you Catholic or Protestant? We are Catholic. Protestant does not exist yet. The Reformation hasn't happened. So we will attack the Livonian Order soon. I'm just wondering when Poland will trust us enough to attack. They're up to 43 now. Okay. I don't think our regency was extended for 5 more years, but I also don't think that really matters all that much. Lose 15 legitimacy. Oof. A stability, sure, and Catholicism getting some reform desire. That'll make that Protestantism thing become a little bit more likely. Okay. So we gain 0.22 favors each month. And next month, we're going to be able to boost our trust with Poland. So that's good. Trade favors for trust. There we go. And we're now at 48 trust. So, if we were to look at the Livonian Order at this point, that's getting a lot better. It's not where it needs to be, but it is getting better. Cool. Okay, so what is our current plan? It has to be attacking the Livonian Order, right? 7k, 9k, and 5k. What is our current cap? 22 out of 21. So I think what we need to do here is we need to boost up our army maintenance a little bit so that we have troops flowing to our forces a little bit more. 170 per month right now. If we're at full, we would be paying cash right now. But this would also fill out basically immediately, and now we're earning money. Fascinating. What's the supply limit here? 27. Off we go. Beautiful. So we need 155 men to fully reinforce our armies now. Portugal enters a golden era. Good for you, Portugal. We don't really care. What are you up to over there, England? England things. Fair enough. Okay, we could think about building a church. There are 2 churches that are good investments, but I think a better investment right now would be paying off a loan. How many loans do we have right now? Just the one? That said, when does this come due? Not for about another year. We can make a state out over here, which we will definitely do. Cool. So, we don't have to pay that loan for about another year right now. We're going to pay the same amount no matter what. So, we may want to repay our debt to the burghers instead. It's now 143 ducats. And we are going to drop our army maintenance back down. And we're going to save up the cash. Our income is improving. We're up to 5 per month now. That's great. And this is going to be only a few more months here. We can select a naval doctrine, but I don't want to spend that money right now. We need to get the burghers' opinion up so that we can go back to seizing land. That is the most important thing right now. We do have Karelian separatists over here. Honestly, they're probably not that big of a problem. Yeah, they're just up over in this area. We'll send some troops over there, and we'll boost up our army maintenance to about here. I don't want to pay money. I don't want the burghers to lose opinion either. We'll pay for it, but I'm not happy about it. You want us to give you 21 ducats in exchange for favors? Actually, yes, I accept that. Because we need to go to Poland here, and we have 3 favors. Okay. Fair enough. So, at this point, do we have enough here? Yes. We can seize land. Done. Fantastic. So that's on cooldown now. That's great. No problem there. And we are going to have Karelian separatists soon enough. But that's fine. Yeah, this reinforcement is okay too. I really do want to repay this loan to the burghers. Our corruption is actually growing right now. Yikes. We're going to have to root out a little bit of corruption. Okay. So we're going to repay our loan to the burghers right now. They gain 10% of land. That is painful. But it's not the end of the world. And now their equilibrium is high enough. So that's great. We need to get Crownland back now. That is our next highest priority. You don't gain favors on Poland from that. They lose favors on you. Oh, that box is written very strangely then, if that's the case. I'll have to double check that next time. That is definitely not what I got from the message that it pops up. I'll take a look at that next time we see it. Okay, so we're going to eliminate these rebels here. Shouldn't be a big problem. Cool. Unfortunately, we did renew our loan. I'm very sad about that. But we have a debt of 100 ducats. We'll be able to pay that off in a few months here. Cool. We can invest in a new idea if we wanted to. I'm not sure how useful this really is at this exact moment. Okay. But we definitely do want to start working on religious conversion here. Unfortunately, our missionary strength is really weak. Like, really, really weak. So that's going to take a long time. But that's okay. So I think we're not... Well, when are we going to get our Renaissance here? What's the goal of your campaign? This isn't really a campaign. I would say we're checking out the newest expansion and some of the changes that they've made. That's primarily the goal here. In terms of what our current goals are, I mean, I'd like to attack the Livonian Order soon, but we need to deal with our economy before that happens. Novgorodian separatists over here, no problem. We'll deal with them. Cool. So this is going to be a while before we can get our next technology. We may actually want to grab enforced service because that will get us this. Getting us a possible policy plus yearly legitimacy. Very, very nice. Fantastic. Gain 5% army professionalism and 5% morale of armies. That's really strong. Okay, we'll take that, happily. Cool. Gonna drop our army maintenance down to here. There we go. I want to be making about 3 per month is decent here. We'll allow that. Our corruption is dropping, but not very fast. I want to get out of debt as soon as possible here. We need to pay another 99 to get that out, so that's fine. That'll drop a little bit as we pay the interest, of course. Cool. Ottomans are planning to attack Albania. There's a shocker. Have fun with that, Ottomans. Have fun with that. Okay. So we're gaining 278 manpower per month. That's not... I mean, I'm kind of used to the Bizarro Ottomans at this point, who are making like 24,000 a month. It's slightly ridiculous, but this isn't all that bad. 276 per month is okay. I'm not too concerned about that. But that nerf to quantity is definitely pretty significant. In future playthroughs, I may not prioritize quantity quite as hard. I think it's still a good tree. But quality might be a little bit better now, or offensive. I'd have to think about it. But I do think that it's still good. Okay, so they're asking us to give them 852 soldiers in exchange for favors. I would absolutely read that as we give them soldiers, they give us favors. Let's check. So here's Burgundy. We currently have 43 favors that they owe us. We owe them 14.63. Okay, let's see what changes here. 43.75 and 14.63. We owe Burgundy 4.63 favors. So we give them... That makes no sense. Why would we ever agree to that then? We consume the favors that we owe them. Well, I suppose that's what it is, right? We consume the favors that we owe them in exchange for giving them manpower. But I don't care about owing them favors. That's the thing. So I don't think I'll ever accept any of those again in that case. I assumed it was us buying favors from them, but no, it's us buying favors back from ourselves. If that makes any sense. So, yeah, I don't think we'll do that. We give them 21, and we owe them fewer favors. No, I don't care about owing them favors. We can owe them all the favors we want. I want our ducats. Thank you very much. So we can repay our final loan here. Cool. I think we can get rid of our fort in Kalmar. I don't think it's really helping us any at this point. So we'll get rid of that. This fort and this fort I think are still okay. So that'll be fine. Greetings from Ukraine. Well, I hope you're staying safe over there. I hear things are going fairly well for the Ukrainians, but not so well for the Russians. But I hope you're staying safe. Our regency is going to end here on 24 February. I wonder if declining reduces trust. Let me check, actually. Our trust is still completely even with Burgundy. And England as well. So I don't think so. I don't think declining reduces trust. We'll check next time it pops up. Poland wants a royal marriage. Done. Denmark's opinion of us have improved because we're both Catholic. Perfect. More reform desire. I like it. So we do need to attack the Livonian Order. Relatively soon as well. The question is, do we think we can take them on our own, or would Poland join us at this point? We haven't checked in a little while. The Polish ruler is malevolent, so that's a no. Okay. I want to check in on some of these others here. Okay. Just checking. So we'll have to fight them ourselves. Can we? 7 plus 9 plus 5. That's 21. In theory, we should be able to. In theory. Now, we're not at 100% maintenance. We should move down over here. We should turn up our maintenance. Like so. Get into position and be fully ready for this. We are not going to have control of the navies. That's a guarantee at this point. But what we can do... Oh, there's Catholic zealots over here, too. What we can do is attack over here. Hello. That is a big old Polish rebel stack right there. Poland's going to lose that fight, I think. No, their leadership carried them. That was a nice shock phase for them. Cool. Good job, Poland. The real question is, what are their cavalry numbers? Let's look at this. They only have 4,000 total cavalry. So they outnumber our infantry by 1,000. But if we can fight them separately, that doesn't matter. What is their Miltech? Miltech 4? Miltech 5? Miltech 5. So Livonia is behind us in Miltech. The others are not. What is your opinion on AI spamming level 8 forts in late game? I kind of gave up on my Italy to Roman Empire campaign because I couldn't be bothered to siege every German province with a level 8 fort. So, I don't like forts. Just generally, I don't like having forts. I don't like the AI having forts. I believe most of the time, unless they're in very specific choke points, that forts are a waste of money. The AI absolutely does spam them all over, and it is certainly irritating. There's no doubt about that. But if you have sufficient cannon and decent siege leaders, you can siege them down quickly enough. But I would like Paradox to reduce the likelihood of the AI spamming forts. I think that the fort spam is a little bit overkill right now, and I'm not a fan. I think the game would be more fun without it. So, I think we're ready to declare this. I don't think we're going to get much better here. So, actually, we outnumbered them by 1,000. And a significant chunk of our troops are better tech as well. So we declare this. We can see, bam, there's those fort spams. It's not even late game. There's already 3 forts, 4 forts, 5, 6, 7 forts. We don't even have access to artillery yet. This is going to be exciting. So in we go here. And I'm wondering, are we zone of controlled out of fighting them here? Because I'd like to fight them here. We are zone of controlled out. So we are required to go into Reval here. That's irritating. Sad. This is going to be a very lengthy siege. So we should definitely try to make this more efficient. Something kind of like that. They're almost certainly going to turn around and walk into us when we leave here. They actually didn't. They should have here. Norwegian separatists up here. We can deal with that later. That'll be fine. So the Teutonic Order is going to make their way up here and group in. How rude. All the separatists choose now to pop? Whatever. Did Poland just declare a separate war? They did. They refused to join our war and then declared a coattail separate war. I'm really upset with Poland right now. Poland is such a bunch of jerks this game. Ridiculous. And a pretender. Okay. What's our CB here? Our CB is this. Well, options. Options. What timing, though? My Commonwealth ally decided to kill all of the HRE nations who had level 8 forts, so when I declared war on them, I was supposed to split my army so thin that they could just stack 400k troops. That sounds right. When there's that many forts, like even in this situation, right? The war is just going to devolve into tedium. Especially when we don't have cannon yet. That was not very fun, so I'm just fuming and venting. Fair enough. No, I agree. I think that Paradox needs to do something about the fort spam. Make it so that there's like, kind of like in Stellaris, where you have starbase limits. Make it so that there's a fort limit. And going over your fort limit exponentially increases the upkeep of the forts. That would solve it. I think that would be the way to go. So they're just sitting in Leafland. The AI has no fog of war and spams forts on very hard, just saying. Yeah, that's absolutely what it does. So this siege is going to take forever. There's no doubt about that. And we've got these rebels over here. I'm kind of hoping that they'll fight each other. That would be nice. We'll see if they do. Eventually, this fort will finish. Eventually. We can't really leave here, otherwise these guys will immediately attack this force. Once we siege this down, we can, but then they'll come in here and siege it back, and they'll siege it back in like 40 days as opposed to us, which this has been going on for how long? A long time, anyway. Does this game not say how many days the siege has been going on for? Actually, I think it does in the siege here. Oh well. I played this game 2 expansions ago and didn't expect this level of tryharding from the AI. Yeah, the AI has been improved by Paradox. Pray they do not improve it again. No, for real, I don't mind the AI being competent in fighting wars well, but there's a difference between presenting a player with challenge and just slowing down the player to the point of tedium, right? There's a difference there. So we finally won this siege. Now we can leave here. Cool. And now we can go up and deal with some of these rebels. So we need to deal with this unit first. And we're just going to leave these guys be for the time being. Poland is fighting down here. That should keep them busy for a while. Actually, Livonia is the only ones up here, but they're going to siege this back. And like I said, they're going to get that done probably way quicker than we did. We're going to come over and fight our jerks over here. Cool. There we go. They did not stack wipe. Okay. That's very rude that they didn't stack wipe. Yeah, these guys are already up to 14%. Like I said, they're going to roll way better than we do. So we're going to head up over here. Do they even have siege pips? Nope, they do not. They don't have a reason to be rolling better. That's just what the AI does. Okay, so we're going to head up over here, and I'm going to shift consolidate. We're going to split off one unit, and their job is going to be to cap back all of this. While these guys head up, eliminate these rebels, and then come back. Seems every Paradox game does the same thing why I play on normal. Yeah, I mean, that's part of playing on higher difficulties in Paradox games, for sure. The AI will get a bunch of advantages. Yeah, look at that. They've already sieged it back. Oh, gotta love it. Gotta love it. We have to take care of these rebels up here. Where did the other set of rebels go? Did they get eliminated by somebody? The AI doesn't drill that much early game. Yeah, they don't. That's true. I've also kind of backed off on drilling early game, but I think some of that is just habit from Bizarro Ottomans, where we just couldn't feasibly drill because we had so many armies. So I think there's, at least for me, there's some of that going on. Okay. We have a national decision available here, and that'll get us 2% national tax and 0.5% of missionary strength. That's really good. We're going to go into debt here soon. Yep, there we go. As expected. Thanks to all of the things popping the moment we declare this slightly awkward war. But this will be fine. We'll come down here, we'll fight them, and this is now under control. Are we going to stack wipe them there? We did. Perfect. So I'm going to shift consolidate, and we're going to move out one unit here. We're going to move the others over to here. And this guy will continue capping back over here. Cool. Austria declared war on Burgundy. Oh no. Anyway. Gotland is currently here. Oh, Poland called in Gotland, didn't they? They did. Okay. I wonder how much we're actually going to get here. So we need to come in over here, but Gotland is in charge of this siege. Poland's coattail war, where the AI ran at us instead of dealing with Poland, when Poland refused to come and attack us, that's a little irritating, I'm not gonna lie. Poland, technically they played this correctly. Oh, they're out of their war, actually. They full annexed the Teutonic Order there. Okay, cool. We're gonna move these guys over to here and cap this back. This is going to be a very, very inefficient... Gotland unaided during blockade. Why are people upset about that? This isn't ours. Okay. This is going to be very inefficient here. We're going to need to shift consolidate and move out 6 units. These guys will move back over to here. Technically, we really should probably have 7 here because of attrition. I'm going to move one of these little guys here. One of these is not very reinforced. And we'll try to take this back. It will take way longer to cap than they got. That's okay. We're going to move up over here and grab that. Fantastic. Austria is no longer renting out their army to Hungary. Good job, Austria-Hungary. Actually, is that Austria-Hungary there? No. No, it is not. Austria-Hungary is in the chat, though. So, hi, Austria-Hungary. Poland has been getting free games lately. I don't know. I haven't played Poland in a while. I mean, Poland kind of always has gotten free games to an extent with the Commonwealth until they, like, run face first into the Ottomans, right? But, oof, a stability loss. Okay, we're going to cap back over here and over here. Cool. So this is all reasonably under control at this point. It's just going to take a long time. Austria still doesn't personal union Hungary, which is weird. Yeah, another thing that I would like to see come back is the good old Ming-splosions. Oh, we can't see them, but I want the Ming-splosions back. Those were fun. So we're going to get these all capped back, no problem. Takes us so much longer to cap this. We're going to take some base production. That's always good. And yeah, these guys don't really have a chance of defeating us here. We'll go to Kola over here, but these guys can now come back over this way. Excellent. We're just going to strike out and eliminate these guys. We did get caught here, but we're going to retreat as soon as we can. There we go. We're out of there. We got what we wanted. So we're going to grab Diptech 6 here. Miltech 6 will be shortly behind. Cool. And this fort is still a very long ways away from being sieged. That's for sure. Bohemia insulted us. What a bunch of jerks. They're not that strong, but we are kind of otherwise occupied right now. You know what they say? If you can't form Austria-Hungary, just invade a stream. Pretty basic tactics of war. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Hey, we won the siege after 463 days. So we're going to need to come in over here. And we're going to fight them. We're going to bring in our siege force as well. I should have done that earlier. Cool. They're going to get pushed back. And now we want to take our larger force around and take out these Catholic zealots. Oh, England paid off our foreign debt. Well, thank you, England. That's kind of you. Yeah, our agenda is going to expire. Probably not for the best, but it's okay. Okay, so we beat the Catholics over here. I say as we are Catholics. We'll continue to convert. Cool. So we have 2 more forts to take out here. Insult Bohemia back. We could. We absolutely could. What are we going to send? We're not going to scornful them because I don't want to spend prestige on it, but we will definitely confirm this. What did we tell them? I don't know. It didn't actually say. I think it only says if you scornful insult them, but we insulted them back. You're sad about three-year sieges when some sieges lasted over 30 years. I mean, You're not wrong. But those were poorly done sieges. They clearly had a way to get supplies in. But really, the reason these sieges are so long is because we don't have cannon, right? Muscovy declared on Novgorod. Not that there's much Novgorod left. So that's all great. This will fall soon, and then we'll have 2 more sieges to do here. Pirates raided the coast. Not shocked about that. Let's go grab this ship quick. We got our repairs done. Cool. And now we're just going to dip back into port before these guys can respond. Fantastic. Okay. And technically, that wasn't even a 3-year siege. Technically, that was like a 1.5 years. But it does feel like a long time. Just airdrop the supplies. Oh, yeah. That's definitely a thing that was done in 1477. They did have ways of smuggling the supplies in through, like, tunnels and making their way through considered impassable terrain and things like that, but... Honestly, if I was going to lay siege to a city for 30 years, I would have gone home after, like, a lot sooner than 30 years. I don't know how long I would have waited. It would depend on whether we were making, like, active breaches in the wall, right? If we were just trying to starve them out, I don't know that I'd hang around that long. Because I'd be like, surely we can just leave a skeleton force here and go do something else. Catapult the supplies equals airdrop. That also sounds like a good way to spread bubonic plague, to be fair. Mongol techniques. Okay, we can grab Miltech 6 here, which is a big benefit for us. We absolutely take that. And Leafland fell. And we can't walk into Wendon. Okay, we're going to go here and here. 40 admin power is fine. All you need are 2 Apple devices connected to the same network. Yeah, definitely. This is a high level fort. Okay. We are getting a lot of war exhaustion. What is our war exhaustion right now? Okay. Let's walk in here with our full force. And this guy isn't here. We could definitely bring him down. And let's see how this siege goes. Actually, this guy needs to walk in here and get us ticking war score. That would be nice. I would also really like... Hypothetically. Yeah, this is not controlled by us. Who would be angry about this? Novgorod Riga. We wouldn't actually care about that. Can't talk right now, babe. Our general has 1 siege pip and we have no cannons on a level 6 fort. That sounds to me like you have lots of time to talk. Didn't you read in the beginning that level 5 to 6 tech had really good bonuses? It does. Level 5 to 6 tech has incredible bonuses. Can we look at the old ones? I don't know that we can, but it is very good bonuses. I mean, we can see here that we gain the supply limit by 50%. And we also gained... I think we gained military tactics. Yes, we gained military tactics and our combat width. That's all very good. Cool. So we're going to grab Dorpt here, and that will get us ticking war score. I don't know why that... Oh, it de-sieged because of this fort. Right. That would happen. So ticking war score is back on our side. Riga will eventually fall here. Eventually. Now, one thing we could do is we could try to blockade it. What do they have here? I think we beat that. We're going to come blockade it. They're going to try to fight us. And I'd like to get an admiral here. That is a terrible admiral. Okay, they come in. I think it's mostly because of our terrible admiral here, but this is pretty close, actually. Yes, this is on very hard, and Sweden is a strong country. There's no doubt about that. But actually, Riga got finished capturing there. That's kind of shocking. We're going to go over here and attack these guys. Cool. Okay. What level is this fort? That's a relatively low level fort. So here's the plan. We're going to group these together. We're going to shift consolidate. And we're going to send a couple of units out over here. Cool. And then we're going to send these units in here. That should be all we need, I think. No, we need 6K, don't we? We need 6K. I was thinking Crusader Kings rules for a moment there. There we go. Not these guys. These guys. Cool. So that's all under control for the time being. Fantastic. Our heir died. We have a new heir. That's good. We also took a loan, which is less good, but it's okay. We're going to have this war done very soon here. These guys can move up. Are these both? No, we just don't have the troops there, of course. Once again, Crusader King rules. Gotta love it. Administrating an empire. Good job, Ottomans. Good job administrating. They've got some excellent administration going on there. So we're going to fight these guys, and we should win that. Cool. So here's the question. If we also take Riga... Okay, we can't take Riga. What do we have to give up to not... or to be able to take Riga? This. Who's angry? Only the Livonian Order. Done. That's really good. That's a really, really good claim there. After all these loans, your credit rating is great. I mean, we have paid... Actually, we got England to pay some of those loans. We're going to take these guys back over to Stockholm, I think, for now. The Livonian Order is incredibly sad after that. They barely exist. The Teutonic Order was fully eaten by Poland. And Gotland is still allied with Poland. Separate peace Riga. Yeah, we could have, but I probably should have thought about that. I was concerned about the amount of aggressive expansion, but since we're allied to Poland, it probably would have been fine. You're right. That probably would have been the way to go. We'll rival Bohemia, and we'll definitely get coring these. There we go. Mission fulfilled on window to the east. Done. Beautiful. And we're going to head in over here. Cool. Conquest CB against Poland. Sure. We're not going to go after Poland right now. They are our ally for the moment. And we're going to have some war exhaustion and some general provincial unrest for a little bit. We actually probably should keep these guys in Lake Viborg. That'll be fine. Okay. Burgher estate losing influence is fine. Can we claim back more land? Well, the burghers are sad. So they might rebel. But honestly, I think that's okay. They do rebel. A couple of particularists. So that's handled. When you realize the HRE is neither Holy Roman nor an empire, I mean, yeah, that's kind of its whole thing. It's not holy, it's not Roman, it's not an empire. So we're going to take over these burgher places. Fantastic. We'll probably have additional rebels, but we need to chill for a bit here for sure. We'll let our cores finish up. Our next goals would be either against the HRE, Denmark, or Poland. Denmark is the obvious choice here. Only Bremen and Lübeck. That's not bad. In before demand return of unlawful territory from Austria. What a bunch of jerks. That said, ooh, we're going to take cash here, actually. And we are going to... We can embrace our institution. But I want to repay our loans. We only have the one. There we go. Cool. And we could drop our army maintenance down to around here or so. Cool. There we go. Muscovy warned us not to go to war with any other countries. Do we care about what Muscovy says? We care about what Muscovy says. Okay. So that's absolutely fine. However, it is actually about time to end this stream. I normally end at 3 o'clock, and it is 2:54. So this might be a good time to end this one. I'll make a save here. I'm not sure if we'll come back to this one or not, but we may in the future. It was definitely fun. Is that France in Venice? I need to check this. No. This is not France. This is not France. Can confirm, not France. Excellent. But yeah, it is about time to put a stop to this. I will maybe be back to this particular playthrough. I'm not sure. We'll see. If you guys want it, make sure to let me know about that. But for now, we'll put a stop to this here. And tomorrow, I'm not entirely sure on what we're going to do yet. We might go back to our Crusader Kings game. We'll see. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the... Oh, okay, my Stream Deck has decided that it doesn't want to be connected anymore since I restarted OBS. We'll have to do this way. You can leave... And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including... If I can pull up my notepad. There we go. Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Jens Graham, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time. Why can't I get Patreon here? That would be because I don't have a Patreon. I've been thinking about setting one up, but I have not gotten around to it. So here we are.